Coach Kevin here with CrossFit Prescott Valley and the weekly WOD series. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every week. It's really cool hearing your feedback in the gym and knowing that you're watching. I even got some feedback on my coffee episode, which was pretty special to me. Anyways, if you guys have anything that you're interested in, please leave it in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to tackle those in future episodes. And don't forget, if you like these, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that way you're going to stay up to date on all things happening at CrossFit Prescott Valley. Hey guys, Coach Kevin here. Welcome back to this week's weekly WOD series. So we're going to tackle something for the next couple weeks, and that's going to be about nutrition. If you remember in previous weeks, we talked about the pyramid of fitness, and at the very foundation of that pyramid was nutrition. So we thought it would be really cool to give you guys some insights into the zone diet and how you might tackle that and apply it to your everyday dietary needs. So it's pretty common when you start an effective program with us that you will initially see a lot of great gains. You're going to get faster in certain movements, you're going to get stronger in certain lifts, you're going to lose some weight, you're going to see your body composition changing. But over time, what might happen is you might see that there's been a little bit of a plateau for you. And if that starts to happen and you've been in the gym consistently, you've been coming in, you've been pounding out the workouts, you've been working out with a lot of intensity, you might just find that it could be there needs to be a change in that nutrition. Combining what you're doing in the gym with what you're doing in the kitchen to be what you're looking for an ultimate fitness program. So this week we're going to be tackling the zone diet. And for this episode, we're just going to give a basic introduction, and we'll be getting into more detail in future weeks as we go. The zone diet is a really cool diet because what I find in my own experiences is that this particular type of diet becomes more lifestyle than it is a yo-yo diet or gimmick. Because the zone diet is something that you can apply all the time, and you can eat pretty much any kinds of foods you want as long as the proportions are correct. So we're going to take a look at what the zone diet is today, and we're going to start with macros. The zone diet is a good proportioning of your macronutrients, and I get a lot of questions, well, what are macros? So macronutrients are your three basic nutrients that we look for in our diet, and one of those is proteins, and I'm just going to do pro there, carbohydrates, and fats. So, knowing what the macronutrients are, protein, carbohydrates, and fats, I want you to look at the diagram here, and this is your basic plate, okay? And on your plate, you're going to have a protein, carbohydrate, and fat with every single meal of the day, and that includes snacks. Now, what we're looking for as far as proteins go, on your plate, proteins are going to consume 30% of that plate. In addition to the proteins, you're going to have fats, which are also going to consume 30% of that plate. And then for 40% of that plate, excuse me, let me get that better, you're going to have carbohydrates. And that's going to be your proportion of macronutrients on your plate for every meal. And it's pretty simple, and I know it might seem a little confusing here, but as we get more into this, it's going to make a lot of sense. So again, what we're looking for is 30% protein, 30% fats, 40% carbohydrates. So the key component to the zone diet is that there are building blocks to each meal, and those are made of protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And next week we're going to be tackling how to calculate a block prescription for you based on your lean body mass and your activity level. But before we do that, it's really important that you understand what a basic block would look like. And a block in the zone diet contains one protein, one carbohydrate, and one fat. So a one block meal could look like one hard-boiled egg, one half of an apple, and 3 almonds. So if you wanted to do basic math, if you had like a 3 or 4 block meal that you were going to eat, I'm going to make this super simple. Obviously we might not eat like this, but that might look like 3 hard-boiled eggs, 1.5 apples, and 9 almonds. So it's not exactly like this is your meal, it's just an outline of protein, carbohydrates, fats. So to recap on what we've talked about so far on this episode, or part one of the zone prescription, is our macros make up our zone, which are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. On your plate, you want at least 30% proteins, 30% fats, 40% carbohydrates. And you're gonna use carbohydrates, fats, and proteins as your building blocks for your meals. We're gonna get into that more next week. So make sure you tune in. We're gonna show you how you can actually calculate how many blocks a day would be appropriate specifically to you, because my needs are different than your needs, and we need to make sure that we're eating and fueling our bodies for what we need, not some generic prescription. All right, guys, stay tuned. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, it is. It's time for the WOD reveal. It's WOD reveal time. So this week, I'm super excited about this one because it is sort of like a chipper. It's definitely an AMRAP. So you might finish the chipper, and if you do, before the time runs out, you get to start all over again. This week, on this WOD reveal, and this is a workout that you will do at CrossFit Prescott Valley if you show up, is going to be a 15-minute AMRAP that will be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 reps. You're gonna do 50 double unders. You're gonna do 40 air squats, followed by 30 sit-ups with an ab mat, 20 burpees, and 10 handstand push-ups. So in addition to this WOD reveal, I will also tell you guys there is going to be a heavy day this week, and it's going to be 1 rep max hang power cleans. All right, so we look forward to seeing you guys this week. So get in here. You're not going to want to miss this workout. You're not going to want to miss the other workout or the other 3 workouts that are planned, because they're all awesome, they're all fun, they're all different, they're all constantly varied. See you guys soon.